very good evening to you. You're joining Primetime News live on News First. I'm Sonali Baduge. Well, Muslims will celebrate the Ramadan festival tomorrow. This was after the first moon of the month of Shawwal in the Muslim calendar was sighted a short while ago. It was confirmed by the Colombo Grand Mosque. Muslims celebrate Ramadan after fasting for a period of 1 month. Well, let's start off your news with a look at tonight's headlines. 3 bodies of the same family discovered inside a house in Vellavatta. The Friday Forum says the country's education system is deteriorating. Farmers in Hambantota claim they are yet to receive a solution to the water crisis. The CEB says 2 more days will be required to cool the machines at the Norachole power plant. On to the stories in detail. Bodies of a father, mother and a daughter were discovered inside a house down Ramakrishna Road in Vellavatta this afternoon. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana noted that Colombo Crimes Division and the Vellavatta Police have commenced investigations into these suspicious deaths.
Three bodies were discovered inside a house down Ramakrishna Road in Vellavatta this afternoon. According to the police media spokesperson, victims have been identified as aged 60, 58 and 23 years.
They are
residents of Kochakala. They have come here as it is school holidays. The magisterial inquest into these deaths were held today. The magistrate ordered the bodies not to be removed until the judicial medical officer examined the corpses. The JMO examined the bodies this evening and they were taken out of the house subsequently. The son of the victims has obtained a room in this house on rent and they were living here. We believe that they died 2 days ago. The bodies will be sent to the morgue after the judicial medical examiner's inquiry. Afterward, we will be able to determine the cause of the death. We have received some information and are conducting investigations on those leads. Meanwhile, 2 suspicious deaths were reported from Vellavatta on the 8th of February. A 68-year-old individual and a 32-year-old female died from a fire that erupted at the 4th story of a housing complex.
An individual who was trapped among the rocks on the Kolpati beach along Marine Drive was rescued this afternoon.
An individual had seen that a person has got trapped among rocks on the Kolpati beach along the Marine Drive. Subsequently, much effort was taken with the assistance of the police and area residents to rescue the individual. An individual informed us that a person has got trapped amongst rocks. We couldn't see his face. He was trapped. The officers at the Colombo Fire Extinguishing Unit who arrived at the location commenced their rescue mission. They were able to rescue the individual by separating the 2 rocks with the use of a hydraulic spreader. The rescued person is currently receiving treatment at the Colombo National Hospital, and hospital officials said that he has sustained injuries to his head and the chest area.
Two individuals have died in the Kurunduhin area in Kegol when a wall collapsed on them. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that the incident had occurred at around 4:30 p.m. today. The Deputy Director of the Kegol Disaster Management Centre, Nimal Bandara, stated that the two individuals who were repairing the wall died in the incident. The deceased are residents of the Hettimulla and Makumura areas in Kegol. President Mahinda Rajapaksa engaged in a tour of the Anuradhapura area today.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa toured several areas in Anuradhapura inspecting UPFA preparations for the upcoming elections. The President, who toured the Tissavawa, Matale Junction and Airport Road areas, also visited the election officers of electoral organisers. The President, who met with candidates contesting for the upcoming poll, advised them to act in a disciplined manner and not engage in actions which would cause disrepute to the party. Meanwhile, the pinnacle of the Sri Vijayaram Vihara Pagoda, located in the Pahala Margahavawa area, was unveiled today under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Following the conclusion of the event, the President did not forget to engage in a cordial discussion with the public.
The Deputy Chairman of the Ceylon Electricity Board, Anura Vijaypada, says that they will commence renovation activities at the Norachole Lak Vijay power plant as soon as its machines cool down. He stated that the machines will need around 2 days to cool down.
With the malfunctioning of the Lak Vijay power plant, the time period of the scheduled power cuts was increased from half an hour to 3 hours.
Until the advanced level examinations are over, we will not implement power cuts in the night. In the coming days, the electricity demand will reduce. Therefore, we decided not to implement power cuts starting from tomorrow.
The CEB hopes that they will be able to commence the renovation activities at the power plant on Monday.
The machine should cool down in order to commence renovation activities at the Norachole power plant. We believe that it will cool down by Monday morning. Our engineers as well as the Chinese engineers are waiting to remove the turbines and commence the renovation activities on Monday morning.
Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology says that even though few showers were experienced around the power plants periodically, heavy showers cannot be expected.
We don't expect heavy rains for those areas in the near future. It is difficult to expect heavy rains to the power plants located in the eastern side of the mountains as well. No discussions are underway with regard to increasing the duration of the power cut. We have no plans to increase it either. No discussions are underway with regard to increasing the duration of the power cut.
Meanwhile, the CEB Engineers Union and the CEB management alleges that certain trade unions are attempting to paralyze the electricity sector through strike actions. Amidst these allegations, trade unions launched strike actions during several occasions this year as well. The non-executive staff of the Ceylon Electricity Board launched an 8-hour token strike on the 29th of May, urging for the removal of salary anomalies. The Joint Trade Union Alliance of the CEB, which launched a 24-hour trade union action from July 4th midnight, refrained from their duties for 4 hours on the 6th of July. The CEB employees launched their next strike action on the 10th of this month at 12 noon. The strike action was abandoned following discussions held with the Labour Commissioner. However, the CEB did not agree to remove advisory letters, which was a key demand of the employees.
It is questionable as to whether this is being carried out solely on the needs of the members. According to what we see is that this is done to achieve personal agendas. Unfortunately, they realize their true strength.
A number of trade union actions launched by various sectors in 2012. 4 strikes launched by CEB employees, 1 strike launched by health sector employees, 4 separate strikes launched at provincial level, 2 strikes launched by doctors, 2 strikes launched by railway employees, 1 strike launched by the SLTB, and a number of strikes launched by private bus employees. University teachers engage in 2 token strikes, 1 major strike which is continuing for over 50 days. Have the demands of employees been fulfilled through trade union actions, or has it only inconvenienced the public?
Well, time now to take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day. Farmers in the Kiri Ibbanara, Suryavava and Sevanagala areas charge that officials have not yet been able to provide them with a proper solution to the water crisis. Meanwhile, farmers in the Angunu Kolapalasa area charge that even though Mahaweli officials have promised to provide them with water within 2 days, they are yet to fulfill this promise.
The left bank canal, which begins from the Udavala reservoir, provides water to 12,000 hectares of farmlands in the Sevanagala, Kiribbanara, Suryavava and Mayurapura areas. An issue arose when farmers from Sevanagala attempted to obtain water by blocking the canal using a barrier. Even though the said barrier was removed, farmers in the Kiribbanara and Suryavava areas charge that they do not receive sufficient water. They diverted some water to the Kiribbanara from the Gallavunu project yesterday. However, by the time this water reaches Suryavava, I believe that our crops would be destroyed. If the authorities took an interest in this and thought ahead, the farmers won't be in such a helpless state. However, this is the sentiment expressed by farmers in the Sevanagala area. Officials from the Mahaveli authority came and said they need to provide water to Mayurapura. We built a barrier because we did not have water. Finally, we are left with nothing. Our crops have been destroyed. Meanwhile, farmers in the Angunukula Palace area who requested officials to release water from the Chandrika tank have also been inconvenienced. We were promised that water will be issued within 2 days. We are helpless now.
We're going for a short commercial break now. We'll be right back.
Mars rover prepares to zap rocks. Details coming up on Around the World in 99 seconds.